So by now you've seen or heard about what's going on in Afghanistan. You've got the Taliban that has basically taken over. You've got people that are fleeing the country over here to the United States. You've got that. We've got some things that have been happening and been said here in my home state, Texas, the state that I love. They've kind of made me lose faith in humanity. We've got that and more in this episode of the Latino Conservative. Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Two for Tuesday, Taco Tuesday, whatever you want to call it. Now, this isn't really two episodes. I actually had one episode that I shot yesterday, and my computer failed on me, and I couldn't upload it. So you're going to get a treat. You're going to get two for Tuesday. That's right. We've got some stuff going on across the globe. So what's going on? By now, you've seen the video, and I'm not going to play that video. It's heartbreaking. Of an airplane that was taking off and people clinging to that airplane for life. They didn't make it. They risked their lives and gave up their lives to go to this country. But what's going on over there is we pulled out. The United States pulled out of Afghanistan. And the Taliban basically said, okay, no more United States, here we come. So my commentary on that, I've got a few opinions on that. One, we've been there for 20 years. We shouldn't have been there that long. George Bush, the second one, sent us over there in response to the 9/11 terrorist attacks. Okay, great. Fine, I get it. But what we did is what I call feeding the animals. You see signs there. You see signs all over the country in parks, wildlife reserves, everywhere that say, don't feed the animals. Now, the reason you don't feed the animals is because they'll keep coming back to you. They'll be reliant on that. And then when you stop going there, they lose that source of food and they don't know what to do. They don't know how to get food. Then they either have a dangerous interaction with a human, like a bear, for example, which causes it to get shot, or an alligator that sees a human as a source of food, not necessarily because they want to eat the human, but because that human gives them food. Now they associate that person with food, and then all of a sudden, that's what they look for. Everybody becomes a source of food now. That's what's happening. That's what happened in Afghanistan. We fed the animals. You give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. Now, I get it. We were teaching them, quote unquote, teaching them. But really and truly, what we were doing was doing their job for them. Afghanistan was housing the Taliban. They were, plain and simply. So we go over there as a humanitarian country that we are, and we go and fund them. 20 years. We are doing this for 20 years. Had this been any other country with any other war, like, what's going on with Israel, you respond to us, we're going to come in and knock some shit out. That way you learn. But no, we were there for 20 years. They became reliant on us. All of the experts were saying that as soon as we pull out, there's going to be a vacuum that is created, and then the Taliban is going to go in and take over. And it happened. The next thing that could happen is China could move in, or Russia could move in to our allies and take over. They've done that in a couple spots already. You can go Google those too. But what that opens a door for is someone like China, who is loaded with money because of slave labor, yet we keep buying their products. Talk about real oppression. But they come in, hey, Afghanistan, we will do this for you. We will provide you security from the United States. All you got to do is basically be indebted to us. Heck, look what they did to Taiwan. That's right. China is making big moves right now, and it's right under our nose. But you got these people now in Afghanistan, or that they were in Afghanistan, that are being attacked by the Taliban. They are being oppressed. They are being killed. They are being slaughtered, genocide, whatever you want to call it. All of those words, they're being all of those words in Afghanistan, in their home country, because they support the United States. So let me ask you this. These people, hundreds and hundreds of people that fit into one plane, maybe 1,000, I don't know. They risk their lives to come over to the United States. People holding on to the landing gear of that plane, falling off and dying. Is the United States that bad? These people are over here risking their lives to come to the United States because of our freedom. Yet we got people that are trying to take away our freedoms. Every day, they're doing it. You hear about what's going on in Afghanistan right now, but Cuba, what's still going on in Cuba? You've got another country of people that is looking up to the United States for freedom. Taiwan, again, another country full of people. They're waving that United States flag proudly, yet we got people here that are still kneeling for the flag. I get it. That's your right to do so. That is. But if this country and this flag means more to people in other countries than it does to you, what does that song say? Then leave. There's the door. There's no trying to fix that. What are you trying to do? Trying to fix it so you become communist? That's what's happening. But let's see how that's working for Cuba. Oh, what about China? Oh, China looks good. China looks good on the surface. It does. You dig a little deeper though. They've got entire Houston-sized cities there. They're ghost towns, skyscrapers. Nobody lives there. Why? Because they can't afford it. Because 3/4 of the population is below poverty levels. You've got people working slave labor to make your Nikes. I'll admit, I buy them too, but they say made in China. Cents a day. Kids working in these sweatshops, making pennies a day. You've got people in China that go in and scrounge through landfills. They go rummage through polluted water just to find something that they can go sell or eat. But we want to be like them because socialism and communism is good, right? Hey, they did pretty good on the Olympic team, so why not go join? They've got a good country. They got some good technology coming out of there for the high ups. They're getting paid. The only people that are doing well in China are the rich. That's how we're getting. You're going to have the super rich, the Democratic elite party, and then you're going to have the super poor. That gap is getting wider every single day. Now, I've said it before, with pulling out of Afghanistan. Yeah, Trump started it, but he did it methodically. Joe Biden just went, okay, we're gone. Wow. Just like that, we're gone. So where do we go from there? What do we do from there? Now, it is my hope and my prayer that those who come over from Afghanistan, they're treated fairly because, quite honestly, they are refugees. They came here legally seeking asylum. I get that. Let's not just throw them out to the wolves. Let's welcome them in. They're refugees running for their lives. But what I really also hope, and I'm not saying mandatory mandates or whatnot, it's not that. I hope that they at least get tested for COVID. Because there's a lot of them in there together. We already have a spike in COVID going on right now. I don't know if it's a true spike. I don't know because I still don't trust the data because of the data that I've seen previously. But you've got hundreds of people squished together in a plane coming from a country that we don't regulate, that we have no data on, that we know was also rocked by COVID. Let's make sure they're tested. And if they come out positive, all of them need to be quarantined. Every single last one of them, pilots included, staff included, all of them. That's another outbreak waiting to happen if they're not. Another thing that happened today, again, COVID related, that seems to be the top news today. But Judge Lena Hidalgo, the Democratic judge from Harris County that only won because she just put her name on the ballot. She didn't do any actual campaigning. There was nobody facing her. So that's the only way she won. She she gave an incentive today for those who haven't had the vaccine yet to go get the vaccine. $100. $100 to go get vaccinated. Okay, so let's break this down a little bit. On one hand, you've got the Democratic, the liberals saying the vaccine works. Everyone has to take the vaccine. Heck, I even got the vaccine right there. Made it on my left arm just because I didn't want to put it on my right arm. There's too much biblical connotation towards the right. So, I know, a little sketchy, but oh well, I got it on my left arm. But the vaccine works, right? That's what they say. They're trying to make it mandatory for everybody. You have to either get your vaccine or not go to work or not be able to get into some places. And not only do you have to get the vaccine, you have to carry a little card that says that you're vaccinated to go in places. New York, August the 3rd, they implemented you can't go get food at a restaurant. You can't go to stores. You can't go to events without that vaccine card because the vaccine works, right? It works. But Judge Lena Hidalgo said everyone who gets that vaccine now is the first dose only. So you got to get the first dose. It's going to get $100. My next guess is she's going to try to make it mandatory to have that vaccine to go to restaurants, to go to public events, stuff like that, against Greg Abbott's orders. Let me read y'all something real quick. And he provides that no one will be able to buy or sell except the ones who has the marks, either the name of the beast or the number of his name. It's talking about a mark on the right hand or on the forehead. Now I know. I'm going to get theological with you real quick. It's not technically the mark of the beast because it's not a mark on your hand, although they've got that technology to put a chip right there on your head, on your head. It's not that mark yet. And the word mark kind of refers to like a scratching or a scar or a tattoo or something like that. That's what the word in Greek says. So it's getting a little too close for me to like that. I will say this, if it is made mandatory in airports to carry a COVID card with you, even though you've been vaccinated and you wear a mask, I'm just not going to travel anymore. I won't. Y'all know I like my job. Y'all know I do, but I'll choose not to travel, and that's just strictly for religious reasons. But back to the money. Where's she getting that money from? It's a humanitarian relief program that the government has put out. I get it. It's a program out there, but where did they get the money from? The federal government, right? Okay, so me and a friend had a little talk about this, and I'm like, and then. But in all actuality, where does the federal government get that money from? You've got some people here that it is against their religion for vaccines. They have the right not to contribute to that. They do. Jehovah's Witness, great people. They can't do vaccines like that. They can't do vaccines like that because of what the vaccines are made out of. Just like they can't receive blood, like a blood transfusion. Do they have to have the vaccine for them to be able to work? Whose call is that? So do they have to contribute to something that's against their religion? That's like asking or forcing a Muslim to contribute to a Catholic church. It's the same concept. along those lines with COVID, Governor Greg Abbott in Texas just said that he tested positive, asymptomatic, doesn't have a symptom. He also has a vaccine. So, does the vaccine work? I mean, I went through hell for a few days when I got my second dose because I wanted to be protected. I wanted to be protected. I mean, no offense, I don't care about who else is out there. I don't want to harm them, but I want to protect me. So he's got vaccinated too. He got vaccinated while wearing a mask. I know he wears a mask, not all the time, but I know he wears a mask. He just doesn't have the mandate. But KHOU and Crossroads today, my hometown and the town I'm in now, I lose faith and hope in humanity over comments like this. I understand politically, they're not on your point. I get that. Heck, he's not on my point either. I don't like his policies and what he's doing. I don't. I'm conservative. I'm Republican. That is my choice. I want Adam West to win in the next governor elections, gubernatorial, or however you want to call it. I want Adam West to win those, not Greg Abbott. But that is no excuse for comments like simple, good, or karma, or the one that really got me was come and take him. They made it like a Goliath flag, the one that says come and take it with the cannon, but they had a man in a wheelchair. How childish, how selfish, how ignorant, how mean, how stupid. I mean, how hateful and spiteful can you be? Really? I mean, these are the same people making this comment that whenever they have someone that falls and breaks their legs, oh, please send prayers in. Here, click on the GoFundMe link so we can pay for bills because they didn't protect themselves. Same people. The same people also, I'm not even going to go further on that, but it's just how, when they did that, they also did it to Donald Trump when he tested positive and he recovered from it fine. But how are you going to be that ignorant, that mean, that stupid? Man, how hateful. The Bible warns us about that. And it also says that this stuff is going to start happening faster and faster. It says the term it uses is like birth pains. Anyone who has had any experience, whether secondhand experience or firsthand experience of childbirth, you know that those contractions, they can start one every 8 hours. You can have one. You can have one and then next, a few days later, have another one. But then when that baby's head starts coming down that canal pretty soon, the time goes like this, when the cervix goes like that, but the time keeps coming and coming and coming and coming. It's faster, faster, faster. Contractions happen, and then the baby's born. Which is kind of what, spiritually, sometimes kind of makes me want to just stop doing this and just say, hey, I'm just going to sit here and wait for the rapture to happen. There's something that prevents me from, I'm not like I can cause it any sooner, but there's one hope that I have so that it'll stall, that it won't happen right now. I'm going to keep that one right in here with me, but it's tiring seeing how spiteful people are, seeing how hateful people are. And really and truly, it's coming from both sides. So I'm going to leave y'all with that, guys. And that one got me a little bit because, I don't do good with hate. I don't like hate. That's not what we're built to do. We are built to love each other. No matter what you look like, what you support, you're still supposed to love you. That's what everything is. No matter what religious base you are, Christian, Jew, Muslim, Buddhist, whatever else is out there, even the like Wiccans who practice, good with nature, karma, even, all of that. It's all built off of good vibes. I am Christian. I believe that is the one true way to go. Christ follower, I should say. I believe, to me personally, that is the one true. Um, I don't want to say religion because it's not really a religion. Christianity is not a religion, but that is my faith. Jesus Christ is our one and only Savior. But He also told us to love one another. Love your neighbor as yourself, right? Hey guys, thanks again for letting me rant and rave with you today. I know there's a lot going on right now, but we have hope. I've talked about it before. I've talked about it again, and I will talk about it all the time. Our hope is in Jesus Christ, and knowing that there is a way out of here. It's going to get better. All you got to do is believe. If you want to support this channel, great. I totally appreciate that. Dropped a couple links down in the bottom, but the best thing you can do for me is to, whatever channel you're on, YouTube, whatever, do your share, do your follow, sign up for alerts, do all that good stuff. My name is Andrew Alvarez. I'm the Latino conservative. And remember, always be a voice.